earth? Does it help others create heaven and earth? Can you grow joyfully through this dream, this goal? And breathe and allow all of that inside of you to form a new resonance, a new connection, connecting the dots in a new way in your energy field. And breathe and open and soften and relax, feeling the guides and teams in spirit holding your energy. Holding your energy. They're your cheering team. They want you to move forward. Resistance is normal, but you can always move beyond resistance. It doesn't have to stop you. It doesn't have to stop you. And breathe, and there you are. Allow that to settle in your body.
Yeah.
Wow.
This seldom
that was
happens.
A super quick.
This seldom happens, but
we're out.
I went so far out that I forgot we were doing a show.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Steve, that was amazing. Really good. I think people really enjoyed that. Thank you. Believe it or not, that's perfect. We're out of time. So it just happened to this. What's your website, my friend?
thesoulmatrix.com, and you can find me on YouTube under Steve Nobel.
I love it. And when we were sharing information about you, we did talk about one of your ebooks, Star Seeds, and I'm delighted to be able to tell everyone you can get a free ebook from Steve that's being offered on Star Seeds. So I invite you to take advantage of that beautiful, generous offer and listen to this replay again and again, because that meditation experience journey was powerful.
It was.
And go and check out the soulmatrix.com. Thank you, Steve.
I love his
dearest Starseed brother. That was wonderful.
I want more. But we're going to have to take a break now. Thank you, Steve, and we're going to go off and take the break now. And everybody, I try to, put this together and breathe. Wow. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. I don't know about you, but I am still kind of carrying the residue of that exercise we did with Steve.
I love Steve Nobel.
I could listen to him for hours.
I know, I really do.
Yeah.
And part of it is because he's preaching to the choir. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all the things that I have been talking about, and he is there listing them. And so he's doing good work.
Absolutely.
He's really doing good work.
Yeah, hopefully you've gone and had a look at the soulmatrix.com to have a look at what he has to offer. And wow, it is the end of the month of August for our Healing Wednesday programs, and that does signify a year of Healing Wednesdays.
Do you know what actual date we started?
It was August 16, I believe.
August 16?
We had the premiere.
The premiere actually was I would say it was number one.
Yeah.
It just started all over.
And
1 full year.
Amazing.
I know.
Amazing. So
and with the same table. We've changed chairs, some of you noticed. We changed outfits once in a while. And flowers. And
I like your jewelry. I always like your jewelry.
Yes, I know. I always change it. And the table. The table's the same, I think. Pretty sure.
All right, we're being silly now, but let's move into the spirit of joy.
Yes.
As we do the Circle of 12, because that is a joyful experience. And regardless if you've done this for a year or a few months or your first time, allow yourself to anticipate what's coming with excitement and joy, and just release any ideas you have or expectations you might have of what's to come. Be brand new and open to this unique experience, and trust that what you will receive in this Circle of 12 will be exactly what you need, and that the intelligent wisdom of your soul and your body will deliver you exactly the session that you're needing. Some of you may receive visual images. Some of you may not receive any visual images, but allow yourself to simply be in the energy that is building. There's an energy building around you right now in this collective field of coherence, as thousands of souls are gathering as we all prepare to enter the Circle of 12 and to experience the majesty of your soul. So close your eyes if you haven't already, and give permission and allowance to experience the majesty of your multidimensional soul.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon. Come a little closer. This is the Circle of 12, as labeled, because it features an idea. Not 12 masters, but the idea of the 12, which is the conscious soup structure of the universe. Some would say, what does that mean, Kryon? It means it's a time to embrace that which surrounds you, which is a multidimensionality that has a structure. We call it the Circle of 12 because that structure is the way the universe works. Almost everything divisible by 4. If you start looking at how that works with you and your DNA and all the things that you have around you, you will see it. But there is a spirituality to it as well, a structure. Is it possible that there is also structure in spiritual things? that you might like to see or enjoy or work with or understand or even appreciate. There are so many who will say, well, Kryon, we understand what you're saying, that when you go across the bridge, there is a multidimensionality that keeps you from even counting in a linear way because you move out of 3D or 4D. You move into a multi-D. And in that, time stops in so many things and anything can happen. All that's true. But dear ones, there truly is a structure of the universe as well. It's the circle of 12. How many times have you seen 12 in Scripture? All Scripture. How many times have you seen 12 used in your history of Scripture? It's a number, but more than a number, it is an energy. It's an energy of structure. That's going to play into what we're going to do tonight. And what we do this evening is totally different than anything we've done before. Oh, there are those who may recognize what we're going to do, and you say, well, wait a minute, you did something similar, or do I remember a parable? And the answer is yes, yes, and yes, but this is just a little different. This one will be all about healing, but it's going to be healing of the past. However, it's going to go further than that. It's about healing of the past that brings forward solutions for the future. Let me explain. Do you believe you have had lifetimes in the past? There are many who still say, well, is it necessary? We're having a hard time because it was never taught in our spiritual circles. It is not necessary. Nothing is necessary except for you to feel and enjoy the love of God in your life and understand you deserve happiness and you are magnificent. Those are truly the only things that we would say, feel that and believe that, and everything will come that is needed for that. There's no doctrine here, and past lives is not part of a doctrine. However, it is the structure of your soul. If you could take a look at how your soul interfaces with the planet, it goes like this. You are part of the earth. Once you incarnate here, you stay here. That is to say, you incarnate on this planet over and over. You do not go to another planet for a while and come back. This is your planet until you leave it. And at that point you leave it, you don't come back. So it belongs to you in the form of expression. And what I mean by that is that every single lifetime, long, short, partial, is called an expression. Now we use that term for it is an expression of your soul on the planet. You then express that which is your magnificence and your learning and all the things that you must do in order to create that expression that leads to the next. You might say they build on each other. Now, we have told you this before because that defines an old soul. You might think of those lifetimes of expression as a school. That's a structure, isn't it? So you come in as one who has not experienced anything. And through many life expressions, you learn how things work. You learn how consciousness works, how the planet works. You learn about human nature as you understand it. Until you are ready at some point in your life of expressions, you are ready to have some form of awakening. And that often occurs in small ways. There are seeds planted in one expression that will allow you in the next to be born with that understanding and express more. So an old soul is one who has been through many life expressions, has awakened to some degree, to find themselves in this energy and recognize it and say, I remember this. And it's so interesting. How can you remember something that's brand new with changes that have never happened before? And the reason, because so many of you have awakened before, only to be shut down by the old energy. Now, this is actually part of the teaching of those who have been with you as teachers this month. They will say that there's a dark energy which tends to shut you down, and in past lives has done that very thing. Indeed, some of you were more than shut down. You were awakened, and you were terminated because of it. There are so many stories in that Akash of yours. There are those who believe that in that Akash of yours, that is the Akash being the expressions, that there are things which have created what's going on today in your life that perhaps you didn't want. That is so as well. For dear ones, energy is energy. And what I say about that is what is carried into your Akash and through those expressions not always is healing. Sometimes it's things to clear. In the worst case scenario, perhaps it's chemical. It's chemical. Perhaps it's hereditary, and things may happen to you because of your life's expression or that which has happened not even in a lifetime, but something that happened this time. It's complex, isn't it? But it's structure, isn't it? We're going to work on that today. And we're going to do something we have not done in a program like this before. We're going to cross the bridge and take you not to a theater. First time. Now, this is going to be specifically for every single one of you, not a group experience, and yet you will all individually experience it. Singular you are, and you'll experience it in that fashion, but every single one of you will experience it if you choose. Is it a group effort, or is it not? A little bit of a logic twister, perhaps. Come with me, all of you. Let's cross the bridge together. Through the mist you go to the other side. In this place we have called a multidimensional area of your soul is the unknown. The only truly thing that is unknown is what you have not been shown. It's not a vast unknown for you to discover. Instead, it's knowledge that perhaps has been laying there but undiscovered. If you haven't discovered it, you don't know it yet. So let's go into discover. Let's go into discover mode right now. What is the next step having crossed the bridge? And that would be go through the portal to the theater. I want you to notice that there is no theater portal, not today. After a year of this, perhaps there's a graduation of awareness, of knowledge. For those who wish to go, there is another portal today, filled with that which is the circle of 12 energy, perhaps even a greater filling of energy than others that have met you even in the circle of 12 in the past. This circle of entities who you're going to meet, special for you. When you meet them, again, there will be those who say, do I recognize this from somewhere else? And the answer was, you'll recognize it as a stepping stone for today's lesson. Come with me through this portal. Can you see the door if you can't pretend? You've all seen a door. And above the door is light language that you now can interpret. And you look up at the door and you see the sign. and it says Hall of Magnificence, and your name. Not a name that you know on the other side of the bridge, dear ones, a name that is your spiritual name, the one that is sung in light, the one that you have had forever. And today you see it and you recognize it. Unpronounceable it is. When you see that name, you know it's yours. You know it's yours, always has been. That's who we know you by. Come with me in here in this hall of magnificence, and you walk in and you start to see something that some of you have perhaps imagined, or perhaps there was a parable that I presented, or even a healing circle that I presented where this was perhaps shown in your mind. Huge it is, filled with enormous statues. Magnificent in every single way. What is magnificent to you? Whatever that would be in a structure, this is it. And anything that you would say would be a magnificence of architecture is here. Perhaps different for each of you, but it's here. This room, this hall, belongs to you. Complete and totally, it is your place. Only you can enter, and you have. I'll tell you something. No one goes here. You don't even go here. Unless something has happened in the energy of your expression that allows it. Those of you who have passed into this place know there's an awakening afoot for you. You are experiencing something on this planet now that you didn't expect. You're starting to understand things that might have never occurred to you before, or been available to you before, or you didn't even want to know about before. And suddenly, things which might have been ridiculous to many are now real and truthful to you. The statues start to be lit by themselves. Beautiful, huge they are. Every single one of them a human being. You know who they are, don't you? Arranged in historical order, every single statue is you in a past life. Arranged in historical order. That means you can look at them and you can see who you were then. The years that you were alive etched into the base. The name that you had that was human etched into the base. How many are there? For some, perhaps as few as 50. For others, the hall is enormous. Hundreds. Old soul, you don't have to have a certain number of lives. You just have to have a quality that has taken you certain places. You're all very different. But let me tell you what the statues are going to show you. Number one, did you notice the structure? If you didn't, I'll tell you what it is now. If you take a look at the statues, look at their gender. They don't go male, female, male, female. They go female, 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 male, 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 female, female, female. There is a structure to incarnation. And that is this, that you stay the gender you are now for many lifetimes so that you're comfortable with it. Comfortable with it. Do you realize the structure and the purpose and the reason for all of this is so you're comfortable? Let's get to the healing part, dear ones. There are certain lifetimes in these statues that perhaps were inappropriate for today. Perhaps they were the seeds of worry or fear or inadequacy or even disease. In all of these statues right now, I'm going to say, statues, illuminate yourselves. The ones who carry inappropriate energy for today, illuminate yourselves, and all the other ones go dark, and they stay. And you may see a few, there's 3 or 4. Because what we're going to do right now is you're going to walk up to every single one of those. and you're going to make some statements of truth. And here it is, finally, for you to do a healing session like you've never done before. You're going to face the statue and you're going to call its name, which was you in that lifetime. And you will say, I hereby disassociate myself from any inappropriate dark energy of that lifetime. And because of that, it will vanish in this lifetime. And you'll stay with each one as long as it takes. It is you in this new energy ordering that Akashic record to correct itself, because it's a multi-dimensional area where time doesn't matter and you are in charge. Go to another one of those illuminated statues and you'll say, there's a disease here that I hereby clear completely in that lifetime, call its name in that lifetime, and then it will never occur in the one that I have now. In fact, if it even has, it will start to reduce itself because it doesn't belong. Is it possible you can heal your Akash and heal yourself because of it? This is the exercise. This is the structure. This is the Circle of 12. The abilities you have, dear ones, in this area are astonishing. We told you they could be. We told you it was coming. I want you to stay and face as many of those statues as you need to. Make as many claims as you need to. Just stay. Just stay. And when you leave this room, your Akash is clear. You don't have to return. Ever. Unless you want to simply be there with the others and remember or participate. But right now, you've just healed your past. Stand tall, because many of you will live longer because of what you've just done today. I am Kryon, in love with humanity. Stay. And so it is.